Hey there, YouTube. We are back with another video. Tonight we're going to be cooking on the wood stove again. So let's move on over to the stove and I'll show you what we're cooking. We're going to be having deer meat along with generic hamburger helper, beef stroganoff flavor. This is actually really good. We're going to season the deer meat with this generic Great Value brand steak seasoning. Which, I'll tell you, this stuff's really good too. But if you're needing to try to watch your salt intake, you might better not, because it is pretty salty. We're also going to make a thing of rice to go in this, but let's get our meat cooked first. Well, there's a lot of water in that. Well, it's going to have to be okay this time. I need a fork. This is just vegetable oil, generic vegetable oil from the Food Depot that I use to, keep the meat from sticking. Nothing special. You can use just any old brand you want, but I buy this because it's cheap. By the way, this deer, it is a deer that I shot down at Michelle's place this year, so pretty happy about that. And it's also, I processed it myself, because I'm just not paying a deer processor ever how much they want to process a deer and then them keep some of the meat. I'm just not doing that, so I do it myself. We're also gonna, if time permits, YouTube, we're gonna make some bread with this. Okay, YouTube, let's go ahead and move back over to the wood stove, and we'll get this clown show on the road. Okay, I've already done a video before showing how long this takes. So in this video, I'm gonna try to keep the video short by cutting the camera for, the stuff that's for everything that's not really critical to the video. But as you see, we've already got our fire going and all that, so we're good. Okay, when we come back, you'll see the meat on the stove. Alrighty, the meat is on the stove and it is already starting to sizzle because we've got a pretty hot fire going. I forgot to take y'all over and show y'all the temperature that it was. What already? I forgot to show y'all the temperature when we started, but I looked at the thermometer while the camera was off. It was around, it's 78 when I looked at it. You know, we've had the heater going for a few hours now and got a pretty good fire in there. And so, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna get warmer than 78 in here. Okay, I'll take you in and let y'all see the meat sizzle. Then we'll put y'all to sleep until the meat's done. See it, YouTube? I don't know if y'all can hear it sizzle. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but and I'm sorry about the background noise, but I've got a fan going because 78 is pretty warm in here. Alright, we'll bring you back when the meat's done, YouTube. Meat's done, YouTube. Let's go over there and take a look at it. It's done. I have not taste tested it yet because, well, quite frankly, it's still really hot. Alright, let's go ahead and cut this camera and we'll move over to the stove and y'all can see me prepping the other stuff. This part's really simple, YouTube. Just 1 cup of rice, dump it, put your rice container away like this. Okay. Then we'll just a touch of, well, and knock the cap off while we're at it. Just a touch of oil in it so the rice don't stick. And then we'll add 3 cups of water. Since I'm sure everybody watching this video knows how to measure water, I'm going to cut the camera. For the next part, I had to film this part because I thought it might be a little hard to explain, but it's really simple. Grab your generic beef stroganoff, the scissors, put that off to the side. Right now, all we want is the pie side of it. Dump the pasta in. Forget about the box instructions for this. Cook it like you were cooking just plain rice. The flavor pack that comes in the generic beef stroganoff, leave it out for now. It makes it too thick and it just wants to stick on the stove because you know you can't really control the heat that well. So do it this way if you're gonna try it this way. Just stir everything up. All right, let's move back over to the wood stove. Alrighty, let's get this done. Alright, you just want to let that go until it comes to gets hot. Then you'll want to take it off 20 minutes later. Alright, we'll bring it. Yeah, I'm gonna stoke the fire up a little bit because it's about burnt out. Old dry wood. Then I'll bring you back when it's starting to simmer and everything like it's supposed to. Alright, YouTube, the rice has finally come to a simmer. Let's go over there and take a look. It's just at a very light boil or simmer or whatever you want to call it. Alright, we'll go ahead and cut the camera again. I'll bring y'all back when the rice is done. YouTube, the rice is done. Let's go on and move on over to the stove and finish this up. Alright, YouTube, let's finish up. Remember that flavor packet we left out while we were cooking? Now's the time to add that. And you just want to mix it up. And not get it on your finger while you're doing it and burn your finger. I'll have to add some water to that, YouTube. We'll go ahead now and add our meat. Not even gonna worry about changing forks. It's all going in the same place anyway, so. Alright, now we just stir some more. That's actually going to need more water added to it. Alrighty. Alright, YouTube, let's make our plate. I was going to make bread to go with this, but, you know, it's 12:44 at night. I'm hungry and I'm sleepy. So, we'll have to do bread another time. The last video that I done to try to make this, show this and show how long it really takes, I showed y'all the recipe for my bread, and you know, you can figure out how to cook it. You know, on a stove, you just do what I did. If you use an oven, I actually make my bread in a loaf. I just, you know, mix it up the same way as I did in that video, dump it in here. I've got my oven preheated to 400. that's what it takes to cook it when it's in a pan like this and that thick. But 400 for, I like to go about 30 minutes, but you can go as much as, I've went as much as 34. And I'll do another I think I'll just do a video and show y'all how I actually do the bread in the oven, because I don't cook normal bread. Okay. Now I do not know where my serving spoon is, so that's actually too damn heavy. Got to pause. You're gonna have to be paused again while I clean this serving spoon. I forgot where it was at for a little while, and I forgot to take it out and clean it. Okay, YouTube. Now we got a good clean serving spoon. Alrighty, let's move over to the table. Alrighty, YouTube. Let's see how this catastrophe turned out. I'm pretty sure it'll taste good like it always did, but I'd say if you were gonna cook this, I'd probably say just use like a butane or propane stove or your electric stove at home, because I had to constantly watch the rice part of it and add water to it because it kept wanting to, for some reason, boil the water out of it. And I've cooking the rice on a regular stove where you've got a lot of control over your temperature. I used 3 cups of water in that. This I probably wound up putting closer to 5 cups of water for 1 cup of rice. And I'm assuming that's just because the stove was boiling the water out too fast, or maybe it sat in the water too long while the water was getting hot. I'm just not entirely sure. Let's see how it tastes. Yep. Can't really tell that it was cooked on a wood stove as opposed to a normal stove, but it tastes really good as usual. So ain't complaining not one bit about that. I'll do another video tomorrow evening to show y'all how I do my bread. It will be cooked in a normal oven because I don't feel like slaving over that wood stove tomorrow evening with a really hot fire, because it's supposed to get like down to 20 something degrees tonight. Well, in the high 20s, but it's taking most of the night to get there. Right now, I guarantee you it's still in the 40s out there, and it's just not that with that big of a fire going and it being that cool outside, the house got really warm. It actually got, when I checked the thermometer for the second time, which again I didn't show y'all, it was 80 degrees in here. And then I went and opened that door over there so it wouldn't be 80 degrees in here. But yeah, this stuff, it don't look very good, but it sure does taste good. Okay, YouTube, I can't really lie to y'all. Well, I guess I could, but I ain't. I filmed a version of this video, same video, a week or so ago, and yeah, the phone cut off on me. It was just one big, let's just say it was like an episode of the Three Stooges, short two of the Stooges. I'll upload that too. If I still have it, I may have erased it. I just don't remember. But anyway, yeah. All right, YouTube. I thank y'all for sticking through this really terrible video, and I would appreciate it if y'all would take the time to like, comment, and subscribe, and share it with your buddies. One other thing, would y'all want to see? I'm not going to make it a habit of it, but would y'all like to maybe see once a year on a really cold night making something on the stove? I've got an idea. Santee over at the Arizona Ghost Riders channel showed a recipe a while back called Dirty Dan Stew, and I thought about trying to make that on the stove. But it's going to be one really cold night for that, and I don't even know if we'll get a cold enough night for that. But anyway, if y'all want to see more cooking on the wood stove videos, just let me know. And I mean, if it's something y'all interested in, I'll build like a little cook table to put there, so the videos seem a little bit more, well, I guess organized. Anyway, thank you for watching. Y'all let me know what you think about that. Good night, YouTube.